So, hello, all you beautiful people out there. It is MrsNutt. We're going to do a little WindTherapy Wednesday. I have not been on the bike in, actually we ran out to dinner Sunday night with the boys. And so that was the last time. But before that, it's been about 2 weeks just because life has been happening. So I'm going to fill you all in and take you on a little ride. So come along. Here we are. We are 2 weeks from our trip to Tennessee to visit with the guys at Moonshine Harley Davidson in Franklin. That was a blast. Short trip, but so much fun. So interesting, so informative. Those guys have so much knowledge. It was just really amazing and a kind of uplifting experience to kind of spend time talking to them and doing a little tour, and then Brother Jackson and his little interview with Jamie, and then just visiting with the staff and super knowledgeable motor clothes girls, super knowledgeable salesmen. Obviously their service department is, fucking top notch, and we were just really impressed with everything about what they have going on there, and it was, a pleasure to go and visit with them and experience that. So again, thank you to them for inviting Brother Jackson and inviting us to go see what was going on there and meet them and spend time, and it was really cool. So today I am just gonna kind of get out here and do a little ride around town. I don't have a ton of time, so this is kind of one of those, just get the break in, get the mental clarity. It's been an exhausting 2 weeks. The kids are back to school, kind of, so we've got the distance learning thing going on, which is exhausting in itself, trying to keep up with everybody's schedules. I know some of you know we got a new puppy, and Opie is adorable. He's an American bully. He's about 10 weeks this week, or going on 11 weeks actually. He's going to go get his second set of shots, and he is just so much fun. Such a smart dog. I'm just so in love with him. But he is a baby, and he is exhausting. Up in the middle of the night, a couple times every night, sleep deprived just a little bit here. So, what's the best thing to do? Kind of get out, clear your head, and ride. So that's what I'm going to do. Just me, no MrsNutt today, so it'll be a little less back and forth, just a lot of me talking to myself, talking to you guys, sharing things. Yes, so I'm loving the puppy. That is, MrsNutt and I have no children of our own. Our nephews live with us, and so that's been a whole new experience over the last 9 months. But having kind of our own little, doggy baby kind of thing has been a little bit of fun. It's been exhausting as well, but a little bit of fun. So my FatBob right now is just a stage 1 with the D&D Bobcat exhaust, and we're looking at just turning this thing into just a badass machine, taking it all the way, I think maybe to stage 3 or stage 4. I can't remember what we were talking about specifically, but just to make it just fucking awesome, and that's kind of exciting. And obviously we would, take the bike out to Tennessee and let them do the work because it's what they do. We're looking at some other options with business, with all this crazy pandemic crap going on. We decide where we position ourselves to be the most effective for people. You know, we really want to take people and get them the most value and exactly what they want on their motorcycles. MrsNutt and I last year, before we had the boys, were doing a really strict keto diet, and we had both been super successful. You know, I lost about, I want to say 20 to 25 pounds actually, which amazes me that I had that much to lose. But, and he lost, I want to say almost 45, maybe more. But with the boys, it's been really hard to stick to that. So I'm looking at getting back on track with that. And, you know, any tips and pointers to doing it with kids is always helpful, because it was really easy when it was just two adults who could intermittent fast for most of the day, put together two, you know, one, maybe two simple meals, was really easy. It is not that easy to put together life for children and family and whatever. And so any tips and pointers you guys could give me would be so helpful. But now that the boys are back doing a regular schedule of school, that gives me a little bit more free time, which is really nice, because I'm looking to get either back to my gym or just back to, you know, working out. We have a really nice piece of equipment in the house, and I just have to get off my ass and start working out. So that's my goal. So it is a beautiful day here. We're looking at some serious change in weather, so I really needed to get out and ride, because like I said before, it's been a good 2 weeks since I had a really decent ride. Maybe more. Maybe it's been 2.5, 3 weeks. Since before we went to Tennessee, we had all kinds of rain. We didn't end up getting a ride to Tennessee, which was a little bit disappointing, because one, a puppy, but we got for my birthday, which was right before we went, and two, Hurricane Laura was coming ashore and was supposed to just downpour on us, which it did. I mean, we drove and it was awful. You know, there were tornado warnings and things, and flash flood warnings, and all kinds of things coming across Arkansas and parts of Tennessee. So we were really glad that we didn't ride, obviously, but you know, it's definitely something missing. Heading to a dealership, you're like, why am I not riding? But, you know, again, life. So I'm just doing a little ride around Tulsa. I just hit Memorial, and I'm heading down kind of towards the Bixby area. You're lucky I'm not sneezing right now. My allergies have been insane. It is definitely the start of fall happening here in Oklahoma. And my fall allergies are god-awful. It's a little bit strange to be riding without my riding partner. He goes without me a bit because, well, I'm running a life and a household. So I tell him, get out, go enjoy it for one of us at least. At least one of us should be out riding these bikes. Yesterday we did a 5-bike wash, because we have 5 bikes and they all were needing serious baths. So we did a bike wash. That was a full morning. But you know, it's something we really enjoy doing. It's really, it feels good. You know, it's like when you clean your house and you do spring cleaning and stuff, and you get all the dirt and grime and dust off of things, and you just feel so good doing it. So I don't mind washing the bikes. I really actually enjoy it. You know, I don't necessarily enjoy it when it's 95 degrees and I'm sneezing my head off because I'm outside. But overall, it is really kind of an enjoyable thing for me. So I'm out here on my FatBob, my 2019 FatBob 114. I love riding this bike. It is so much fun. It is so torquey. It is so, I won't say powerful, because I've now ridden some bikes that are that have a lot more power. But and I am excited to do some things to upgrade the power on this thing to just make it that much more. some things we've done as a short girl, 5'2", 5'3". We did the progressive suspension on the front and the rear. I traded out my step-up seat from Saddlemen for the Speed Merchant, and that was one of the biggest differences, was just the seat change. My seat probably lowered me another, inch to inch and a half. And that made, now I'm flat-footed on this bike, and that is amazing. Lately I've gotten a lot of messages and things from ladies who were like, how do I go from my Sporty? I love my Sporty, but I'm ready to upgrade. And I just cannot say enough to ladies, if you like your Sporty, that's great. But I hope that you have ridden Softails, because they are so much more comfortable. They're really made more for women, in my opinion, as far as like the low center of gravity, the low slung frame. Is to just, again, I'll tell you every time, is go test ride everything. Don't think anything is too big for you. Don't be pigeonholed by salesmen or your husbands. Do you. Be happy with you. Be happy with your purchase. Get what you can get out of it. These things are made for fun. They're made for living and experiencing. There's just nothing better than riding a motorcycle. And as a woman, I'll tell you from experience, I lived most of my life not riding a motorcycle, only the last 2 years riding a motorcycle, and my confidence level, I feel like I always had a good sense of self-worth and self-esteem. I knew what I wanted. I knew what I would not, what I would never settle for, kind of thing. But the confidence and just boost of overall well-being since starting learning to ride and riding the way we do, it's amazing. The difference is just, it's kind of indescribable, to be perfectly honest. I will encourage every one of you ladies that follow and watch to just get out and find it for yourself. Life sort of puts us in our place a little bit, and it overwhelms us at times, but just get out and ride. I mean, that is to me what this is all about. Even if it's just your commuter bike and you're going to work, it's so much better to go to work on a motorcycle than in a car. You just experience so much more. It's a powerful thing. It's such a powerful tool. I think that's kind of what I was, when I was talking to MrsNutt about what I was going to, do a video on today, or what I thought I would talk about, kind of thing. It was like, we do lots of videos on upgrades and performance and things like that, aesthetic things, engine things, whatever. But I think that sometimes we fail to talk about the most important thing, which is just the tool itself, the motorcycle itself. Whatever you ride, Harley, Indian, metric bike, if you get on it and you freaking love it, that is, you're winning, and that is amazing. I've seen quite a few new riders post things like, how do I get my confidence? Is it ever going to get easier? How do I get out of my neighborhood? What I'll tell you is, yes, go at your own pace, but challenge yourself a little bit, because it's easier than you think if you have the basic mechanics and skills set. By only riding in your neighborhood or only riding in parking lots, you're not really experiencing it, and then all it feels is hard. And if it feels hard all the time, you're not going to enjoy it. You're not going to love it. You're not going to get the feel and the experience of what this is supposed to be. And so you have to get out on the roads. You have to experience the wind in your face, on your helmet, on your body. You have to experience the feeling of flying through the air. I mean, there's so much risk, yes, but that's where you really, I mean, it's all about the adrenaline. It's all about the experience of riding. So what I've noticed a lot of people, a lot of ladies especially, as they're learning, is they're hesitant to get on the streets, you know, and they're like, oh, but it's so hard, and oh, I don't want to go do it anymore, and oh, does it ever get better? Well, yeah. Get out of your neighborhood, get on the street, get on the highway, do 65, do 70. You're holding yourself back, you're holding your experience back by not challenging yourself. So I challenge all of you ladies who are newbies to get out there and really ride like you own it, like you stole it. You know, if you've been through a class and you know the skill, you have the skills, you know how to shift, you know how to brake, you know how to do it. Just get out and challenge yourself and really do it. I promise you, you can. And when you do, you will be so proud of yourself, and you will figure out why the rest of us can't get enough. But if you're, you know, when you're only doing neighborhoods and you're only getting to second gear, you're just struggling. That's the hardest place to be. You're not even experiencing what your motorcycle is and what it can do and what it does for your overall self. So I really do. I really challenge you to, if you're hesitant, if you're scared, there's a little bit of fear. You should have some fear. This is a dangerous machine. You know, you need to have respect for it. You need to know, you know, and have a set of skills that you're learning and still developing. I mean, I don't think any rider out there, no matter how long you've been riding, ever feels like they've mastered it. You know, you're constantly learning, constantly new experiences, because the roads are different every time you ride. So you're always building skills, you're always building experience. But when you're just, you know, you're just playing in second gear, you're just, you know, the struggle is just so real, and then you give up. And I can't tell you how many ladies, when I've gone to Riders Academy reunions, and there's always a bunch of girls or a bunch of ladies, and I love that, because you love to see ladies ride. I think we are absolutely the future of riding in the motor company especially, and I think they know it. But, you know, you listen to them talk and they're like, oh, you know, my bike hasn't moved in 6 months, or I've only ridden it a couple times this year. And you think, what the hell is wrong with you? Do you have any idea what this is? What you're holding? What kind of tool you have in your garage that likely you're paying for every month? So why not, you know, use that tool to your advantage? Clear your brain. Get on board, get on track, get focused. That to me is just one of the most powerful things about the bike. Is like, I was exhausted this morning. I was up at 6 a.m. with the puppy, and you know, it's the boys are up, and it's breakfast, and it's life, and whatever. And at 11 o'clock, I just said, you know what? It's Wednesday. I'm going. You guys are all settled. Everybody's where they need to be. I'm taking this hour for myself. And I will go back a much better person, a much happier person. They will be so much happier to see me, and I will have smiles on my face instead of my grumpy face. Because I'm just tired and I'm overwhelmed by life and the whole thing. And so it's so amazing what getting on the motorcycle and just getting out in the air and clearing your brain will do. So I really do. I challenge you to get out of your neighborhoods, get out of the parking lot, get on the road, and really, really ride. And see if that doesn't change your whole experience. I'm going to wrap it up here. So good to be out talking to you. So good to be on the bike today. Thanks for coming with me. Remember to like this video. Drop me your comments below on the keto, on puppies, on lady riding, new riders, whatever. I love it all. I'm happy to reply to and answer any questions. Remember to like this video, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel, NOA Performance. I'm MrsNutt. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.